Hello there everyone, it is I, Epic What If, and today we are back with the third episode to What If Luffy Had a Mythical Zoan. Now in the previous episode we left off at the beginning of Drum Island, or rather I said I was going to do Drum Island, then I forgot about that and I just went on like it was nothing. Anyway, so Drum Island. Now last we left off, it was we talked about the whole Kobe Meppo diaries, that little thing that happens there. Garp being happy about Luffy and his exploits, even though they're on opposing sides and all that jazz. Now, in Drum Island, first off, we have that interaction with Wapol as we did in the original. Simple enough, Wapol's ships do in fact collide with the Going Merry, and Wapol being Wapol decides to eat the Going Merry, and the moment he decides to actually put his mouth on Merry itself, a giant bolt of lightning rains down from the heavens, rather from Luffy's body, shocks Wapol, he drops in the water. Let's say he almost dies. He doesn't quite die there. His men manage to save him for now, but he's down and out of the count for most of Drum Island. He'll be back right at the end. Now, Luffy and the gang, they, eventually find out that Nami's gone sick. They need to heal her. It was during one of those bugs on fucking Little Garden managed to make her sick. So they need to go, and the nearest temple is, the nearest town, I guess, the nearest country is in fact Drum Island, where, we have that entire fucking thing about Ace coming to visit Drum Island. Snow stops falling for that one day, and him telling some of the people in Drum Island that if they see a Straw Hat wearing guy, to tell him that Fire Fist Ace awaits him in Alabasta, I guess. So, Luffy and the gang, they arrived at Drum Island. They hear about this magical doctor lady who's actually the only doctor in Drum Island itself, I guess. And, they decide to chase after her, and the entire shenanigan that happened in the original happens with them just missing her right as she comes in, Luffy and the gang and them going up. Now, Luffy has it a bit easier this time around. Of course, Sanji decides to come with them because he's Sanji, and, they encounter the fucking wild bunny rabbits, I guess. Now, Sanji told Luffy to not engage in any form of combat, so he does in fact stay away from combat. Now, that does in fact eventually lead to the avalanche that happened in the original, this time mostly due to Luffy, kind of like trying to avoid them, just using some of his using a claw attack to kind of claw at one of them and just fly right by. Now, while doing this, one of the bunnies trigger an avalanche as in the original, blah blah blah. Eventually he saves a bunny, and suddenly the bunnies respect Luffy. Now Luffy, on his way to the Drum Rock, I guess, is again accosted by Wapol and his men, who has now awoken. Wapol gets his fucking ass whooped easily enough because Luffy realizes, even though he did promise not to intervene or not to commit not to fight, he doesn't really need to fight. Or, I mean, the heavens can just drop a lightning bolt on these guys. He's not the one who's doing anything physical, so technically he's keeping his word. A bolt of lightning drops from the sky, the fucking weather turns. So the weather turns bad, lightning drops on them, they're stunned, literally, and they're out for the count. More or less donezo for Drum Island for Wapol and his crew there. Just making it easier for everyone else, I guess. Now, Luffy then, takes Nami, and he sees the giant fucking rock. He sees Nami and Sanji, and he realizes, climbing this with my hands, not going to be possible. I'm probably going to just fly up. Now, he tries flying up, and he does a decent job. However, the winds are fucking rough. It's not smooth sailing. Definitely not easy enough to fly, considering the fact that Luffy's not actually been pushed to extremes such as this while flying. It does make it quite fucking difficult. Now, Luffy tries his fucking best. He's got Sanji and Nami in his claws. Nami's tied to his back, and he's grabbing Sanji by his outfit. Halfway through Drum Rock, Luffy realizes that the winds are too fucking rough. He can't actually fly up there. It's just not going to be possible. So he decides, I'm probably going to climb up. You know what? No. As fucking cool as that entire thing is, considering I've given Luffy the ability to fly, it just wouldn't make sense for me to do that. So Luffy kinda creates some distance between him and Drum Rock, goes back, goes up, and starts landing down. It's an easy enough land, nothing difficult there. Luffy is frostbitten though, so that has to be treated somewhat, although he was in his bird form, so it's not as bad as you'd think. Now, with Dr. Reen, Luffy's conscious throughout the entire procedure. He does in fact meet Tony Chopper early on, and he takes a liking to Tony Chopper. Now, who doesn't? Tony Chopper is fucking cute. I've said it, and so has the rest of the world, honestly. Anyway, so Chopper realizes quickly enough that Luffy's not a bad guy. He's actually pretty fucking chill, because he's Luffy. Who wouldn't want to be friends with that guy, you know? Anyway, so Luffy's kind of chill, so Chopper is comfortable with Luffy, almost as comfortable as he is with Dr. Reen herself, and Dr. Reen also tells Luffy about the cost of this examination, I guess. Anywho, Sanji and Nami, they are eventually healed, and they don't quite have the awkward realization that Tony Chopper is a reindeer who's ate the human fruit and all that jazz. Chopper's backstory doesn't change nothing. Luffy can actually change that. Sanji, nothing really changes there as well, I guess. We just move on to Wapol and his crew trying to take Drum Rock one last time. They're fucking tired as shit. They're just like, once we take the fucking castle, we can do all that we need. And as they try to take the castle, Luffy eventually finds out. He has that cool fucking moment where he protects Dr. Hirulook's flag, and he decimates Wapol and his gang. They really stood no chance, let's be honest, especially considering I've given him the powers of a mythical beast, I guess. It's not really fair, to be honest. Now, Luffy, he can just release static shock throughout his body, which easily shocks out Wapol and his men, who I think he ate and puked out, but all that jazz is just, it's easy enough. Chopper joins the crew. Drum Island sees cherry blossoms for the first time, and that's about that for that. Now we move on to finally, the Alabasta arc. Holy fucking god. This is one of the reasons I never wanted to do One Piece in terms of what ifs. The fucking story, dude. It's fucking insane. And I'm not doing this with any scripting. It's all off the top of my head. I'm just making things up as I go along. If I decided to script this, I think I'd go insane before I actually managed to finish the story, so Anyway, Alabasta arc, the entirety of the beginning of Alabasta doesn't really change there. They have the whole fucking interactions with people. Luffy finds out about the rain powder. Vivi, Nami, and they all get separated. They eventually get in those sultry outfits. I do love that. And Luffy and Usopp, after walking a fuck ton in the desert, they reach the village that Smoker was at. They go inside one of the shops. They're like, "Water, please!" And they look around and they see Smoker. Smoker's like, "What the fuck? Oh fuck, I didn't mention Smoker, did I?" Well, you know who he is. Pretty lovely guy, I'd say. Anyway, so, fuck, I can't believe I forgot to mention Smoker. And Logtown, I forgot to mention the entirety of Logtown. Oh no, I hate myself. I'm sorry, guys. Ah, fuck, I can't believe I missed that. Anyway, sorry. Logtown changes a whole bunch, but no point mentioning that here at this point, at least. Fuck, I can't believe I did that. Anyway, fuck me. So, Smoker has that interaction with Luffy. Luffy and Usopp, they run away, easy enough. They, however, that interaction with... Well, I think it was after this, Yeah, it was a bit after this. It was just a bit after this when they run away. They get separated once more again, and Ace is at a fucking bar. He's eating his heart out. Smoker, while chasing Luffy and Usopp, Usopp and Luffy, they separate again. So he eventually stumbles in that bar. He realizes that's Fire fucking Fist Ace, and he's like, "Fire Fist Ace, why are you here? You want to be arrested? I don't care if you're the 2nd Division commander or the blah 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 blah, the fucking gist." At which point Luffy does barge in the fucking shop, I guess. The restaurant, yes. And now instead of stretching in, he flies in, so that's a difference. And, him being Luffy, he crashes into Ace and Smoker, and they get sent flying across the fucking door. Luffy would probably come in at a speed where they would crack one of the walls. After that, it's just, it's nothing there. And Luffy, orders a fuck ton of food, starts eating, doesn't even care who's around him. He sees Smoker, Ace sees Luffy, Smoker knocks Ace down and just goes towards Luffy. Luffy sees Smoker, blah, 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 blah. Ace stops Smoker, and Smoker kind of retreats away for now. At which point, obviously, Ace interacts with Luffy. They have that conversation that they did in the original. They have that fucking arm wrestle that they had in the original, all that jazz. And Luffy tells Ace about his crew, this band of merry men that he's managed to find. And also, Ace tells Luffy about Whitebeard, joining Whitebeard, and offers Luffy to actually join Ace under the Whitebeard flag. Now, I think it would be interesting to actually have Luffy somewhat accept this proposal, if nothing else to see Whitebeard and what he is like, but I believe that Luffy, in the story that I've gone through, seeing as how his personality is still more or less the same as the original, wouldn't actually agree to that, so that doesn't happen, unfortunately. He doesn't go with Ace to the New World to see Whitebeard. I might do another one someday, though, where Luffy's a bit different in personality, where that could possibly happen. Anyway, so, Ace is like, alright, whatever, fucking shit, things happen, I guess. And he finally meets Luffy's crew. Now, he meets them in the most coolest fucking way possible by sinking like 5-6 Baroque Works ships. I don't know why that was hard. Baroque Works ships. And, he's like, I'm Ace. I'm Fire Fist Ace, Luffy's brother. Blah, blah, blah. Again, story-wise, nothing much can change around here as well, until we reach the Yuba Oasis. Here Luffy meets the old man, gets some water, and he's like, oh my god, this is lovely, and he helps the old man dig throughout the night. Being a bird doesn't really help here. I just wanted to mention the old man from Yuba because most people forget about the poor guy. He's lovely. Anyway. Eventually, fuck me, as they're making their way to the capital, Luffy has his very first encounter with Crocodile. Now, Luffy is a tad bit more street smart in this scenario than in the original, so he chooses a different way to actually, take on Crocodile. Firstly, he researches something into Crocodile. He's a fucking warlord, so information on him is prevalent everywhere. He asks around to know what kind of fucking power he has. So apparently, he is a Logia, which is kind of like Smoker, and he's made out of sand, so that sucks. So, Luffy's first plan, hit him with lightning and see if that helps anyway. Now, Luffy encounters Crocodile, and Crocodile initially doesn't know about Luffy's ability. I mean, fuck it. We all know Crocodile would probably do some research on Luffy if he knew that Luffy was coming to Alabasta, which he probably did. Alright, so Crocodile knows that Luffy is actually a Mythical Zoan and a bird. So, that's more or less what his knowledge on Luffy goes up to, because Luffy himself is not as popular as he'd like to be. Anyway, so, Crocodile's a bit cautious, but he's not as cautious as you'd think. Tries attacking Luffy with his sand, and Luffy initially, turns half into a bird, flies up into the sky to avoid him. Crocodile creates sandstorms to kind of trap him. Luffy, realizing that the sandstorm could cause trouble, decides to use the sandstorm to launch a lightning blast down to the ground. How does that help? I don't know, I just said that. I have no idea how that helps Luffy in any way. Anyway, so Luffy does Divine Justice right down on Crocodile. That's the only move I've made for Luffy, and honestly, it's a pretty dope move, so I'm okay with it. Now, Crocodile, he's good, but he's not good enough to actually, dodge a lightning bolt. That shit travels fucking fast. He gets hit head-on by the lightning bolt, but fortunately, Logias are broken. Especially early One Piece, they're broken as fuck. However, the lightning bolt being hot as fuck decides to melt some of Crocodile's sand, and he finds his legs are a bit solid. So, he breaks those off, grows some more legs with sand, and he's like, oh, that could pose some trouble, but I'm alright. Luffy realizes that his lightning bolt actually has some effect on Crocodile, and tries doing another one when Crocodile actually turns to sand, flies up, gets up behind Luffy, because I'm pretty sure he could do that. If Aokiji can do shit like that, I'm sure Luffy can. And Luffy gets stabbed, mostly because he was flying low due to the sandstorm that Crocodile picked up. He gets stabbed through the chest and left to die. Essentially, with Nico Robin saving his life. What happens after this, Robin gives Luffy a bit of advice, which will come in handy later, and, Crocodile, does he send his... Later on, why not, right? For now, let's see, where did the story go? Nothing much changes in Alabasta early on, midway through even, honestly, until they reach the casino, where Luffy will have his second interaction with Crocodile. Nothing really changes. Now, time for the second interaction with Luffy and Crocodile, where, Luffy and the gang, they meet up at Crocodile's casino. They enter, they get trapped like they did in the original, with pirates this way, VIPs that way. We're pirates, so let's go this way. They fall in a cage with Smoker, and Luffy and Smoker are kind of chill. They're like, so, Smokey, what's up? Smoker's like, I don't know, I think I'm gonna die because sea prison and shit, so... That's fucked, but all in all, it's been a pretty uneventful day, really. They're really just chill. Zoro's swords can't really cut through the fucking thing, so, they can't do much. Vivi comes in, she has that entire interaction with Crocodile as she did. Luffy can't actually drain Divine Justice in a building. No clouds for that to happen. However, he can launch some lightning bolts through the bars, so it is some support to Vivi in this battle as well. However, Crocodile just, shows her one of his keys, tosses it in with the banana gators, and Vivi's fuck. At which point we have the entire Sanji storyline with Mr. Prince. Sanji lures everyone outside, goes inside, and, his entire shenaniganry goes on as well. Eventually, as in the original, Luffy and the gang, they're freed from the Sea Prism Stones. Luffy and they almost drown. Luffy tells Zoro to save Smoker as well because he's a good man, and Zoro saves Smoker. They go upstairs, they go out, and they're safe. And so Smoker's like, "What the fuck did you save me?" Zoro's like, "I didn't. The captain wanted me to save you. Captain's orders are absolute, especially in matters like this." And Smoker's like, "You know what? I'm not gonna disturb you guys this entire fucking arc because you're pretty good, but the next arc, I'm definitely gonna chase you again." Holy fucking shite. Sorry, it's winter, my nose is a bit clogged, so my voice might sound a bit weird. I'm sorry. Anyway, so we move on to, let's see, what happens next that could be monumental. Oh yes, Crocodile's bomb. That sucks. So Vivi and half the gang, they split off to find the bomb in the main square. Vivi goes to the castle first. She informs the king about what has happened, all that shit. And he's like, "Send the men to arrest Crocodile." And Crocodile shows up, so that's fucked. Anyway, Crocodile informs King Cobra about his plans to resurrect the ancient weapon Pluton and where the poneglyph to Pluton is actually located. And, Cobra initially refuses. However, one threat to his daughter's life, and he's like, alright, I'll do it. And, he's bound and fucked as a plane. Alright, so the plane has gone, and we can speak once more. Anyway, so Crocodile takes Vivi's father away, and he's like, no. Robin takes Cobra away, while Crocodile kind of tosses Vivi over the fucking wall. Unfortunately, her attempts her and Kota's attempts actually to stop the war don't actually work. Crocodile's Baroque Work agents, they get on with it again, sparking the war as well. And, Vivi falls to her death, at which point, instead of Pell showing up with Luffy on his back, Luffy shows up with himself and some water. Luffy arrives there, saves Vivi, no worries, and Pell's there as well, chill. 2 flying birds. That's pretty fucking cool, I guess. And he, sort of Vivi's like, no one can hear me. And Luffy's like, I can hear you. And that's the sweetest thing he's ever gonna say to anyone ever. I'm just joking. Anyway, so Vivi's left up there with Pell, and Luffy goes after Crocodile after she tells him where he's gone. Now, Luffy's wounds have healed more or less. Let's say I'm giving him another power right now. Let's say that, seeing as how Luffy is a Mythical Zoan, to make him a bit better than just lightning bolts from the sky. Let's say that the bird, fortunately, because it is a mythical bird, also accelerates his healing. It's not to the point where it's like Marco's, where he gets shot, he goes into his phoenix form, the wounds are gone. No, not even close. It's like he gets shot, he waits a while, the wounds heal up. Not as long as normal people have to wait, however. It's just pretty quick healing. Most of his wounds are gone by the end of the day. Let's just say that, okay? So anyway, Luffy's more or less fully healed at this point. It's been about a day since he last fought Crocodile, and Crocodile's like, I'm ready for this shit. I think I missed one of those fights, but fuck it, right? Anyway, Robin finds out what's written on the poneglyph. She decides not to tell Crocodile. Crocodile decides, this bitch ain't worth it, and he decides to take her down. Robin obviously tries with the whole water shit, but again, Crocodile, like in the original, managed to easily dodge it and knock her to the ground, stabbing her through the chest, I think it was. Anyway, it is at this moment that Luffy actually arrives. Robin isn't actually that severely injured. As he is trying to stab her, Luffy sees this, jumps in his second form, let's say, where his arms are turned into wings and he can fly pretty fucking fast. He uses that to essentially take Robin and move it to safety, right next to King Cobra. Now, Luffy and why is it so hard? Luffy and Crocodile have this fight now, where it's a pretty different fight from the original for obvious reasons. Firstly, Luffy's not a stretchy boy, so he has to be birdie boy, I guess, which also helps him a whole bunch, because in his bird form he can move around much faster than in his Gamu form, especially considering he doesn't have the whole Gear 2 yet. In case you guys don't know, spoilers for the future. A fuck ton of spoilers for the future now. Sorry. Anyway, what happened? Oh, yes. Luffy in his bird form can actually fly around Crocodile pretty fucking easily. Even in tight spaces, he can turn most of his body into bird, which actually reduces his size a bit more, but, overall, it allows him to just be more flexible in tight areas, such as the tomb of the Nefertari family, I guess. Luffy drops water droplets on Crocodile from all sides, at which point Crocodile realizes what Luffy's plan is, and Luffy then attacks Crocodile head on. Crocodile gets scratched from here and there, and in case you guys remember Marineford, where Marco and Vista attacked Akainu, fuck me, spoilers. Marco and Vista decided, almost cut a fucking slice through Akainu. However, he kind of moved his body around. Crocodile doesn't actually manage to do that. Luffy manages to slice a decent portion of his shoulder off. I don't know why this is so difficult to speak, but he kind of fights like Marco does, honestly. If I'm being honest, he and Marco have a pretty similar fighting style. Also, Luffy discharges electricity again and again, and considering the fact that Crocodile's body is kind of soaked right now, the electricity does extra damage, and Crocodile manages to get partly knocked out, at which point Luffy decides to kind of do a drill peck shit on Crocodile onto the roof, tossing him up in the sky, and then kicks him with his human feet and bird wings. Straight up, he falls down in the middle of the battle, at which point rain begins to fall from the heavens, and the gods have blessed this Alabastan arc, I guess, and everyone stops fighting. Anyway, so Nico Robin, she's safe. She's like, oh my god, why would you save me? And Luffy's like, I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to save you and shit like that, Luffy is still Luffy. I'm so tired, I really want to go to bed. Okay, where was I? I mean, after this, nothing can really change in Alabasta. We can more or less end that entire arc. Oh yes, before I forget, obviously Luffy gets Ace's Vibra card. That's a thing, and Ace kind of says goodbye, and he's like, Luffy, I'm gonna see you soon. Just I'll be waiting for you in the new world, alright? And shit like that. Did I miss anything? No, that's like way later on Skype here. Okay, so that's about it for this video. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. The next video will be out in a few days. I don't know when. It's all about when I record it, I guess. I'll see you guys then. Until then, peace out, stay safe, and wear your masks, I guess.